Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Akakradash, and double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawadah from the Men of Valor campaign, Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. And Lord willing, it can be edifying. And it's going to be a real quick video. All right, bring out one or two scriptures. All right, but I just wanted to come out. Breaking news. All right, I'm sure brothers have been, in their watchtower. Right, Trump has imposed, pretty much 10% tariffs on everybody. All right, everybody getting slapped with these 10% tariffs, which the price of everything is about to go up, man. From cars to groceries to gas to every fucking thing is about to get super fucking expensive. And most people, already were struggling to afford many of these things anyway. All right, as is. So Trump trying to make America, self-reliant, trying to bring manufacturing and shit home, back over here. All right, it's only going to hurt you Americans' pockets. All right, myself included. All right, we're not we're not prone to this. All right, but see, we have a hope. All right, our hope is in the everlasting. Our hope is in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, who is greatly working on the minds of these leaders. All right, especially Donald Trump, to drop that hammer. All right, the scriptures speak about the hammer of the whole earth. It also says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder? All right, the Lord is definitely moving to bring this system down. All right, and one of the main things that we need for the MOTB to be implemented is for this current system to be moved out the way. All right, and now there's been many times where, they puffed up the market, it's falling, and then they'll artificially puff it back up again, all right, through all that quantitative easing. Now, this time around, I don't think they're about to try to save these companies. All right, so tomorrow, which Trump, he made these announcements on these tariffs when the market closed, which was very strategic on his part, all right, because he knew the market would pretty much react immediately. All right. So right now, all right, it's been a few hours. It's been about 4 hours since he's made this announcement, and the stock futures were starting to fall. So right here, you can see at the top, all right, a little economics lesson. All right, this is from Yahoo Finance. As you see up at the top left corner, the S&P futures, all right, and these futures are like when people go in and, the market isn't open currently, all right, but, you're already seeing pretty much sell orders of people trying to sell their stock. All right, sometimes it'll be up, because they're trying to buy it. Sometimes it'll be down. So what we're going to see tomorrow at open, okay, is a huge gap. As you can see, the S&P 500 is already down 3.38%. All right, the Dow futures are down 2.33%, and the NASDAQ, which are a lot of your tech giants, are down 4.23%. These are not small numbers whatsoever. All right, these are billions and trillions of dollars that are about to be wiped off the stock market tomorrow. All right, what you might see when the market opens, all right, is panic selling. All right, people are about to get up out of here, up out the stock market. People are about to lose their 401k. All right, it's about to go down, Lord willing. All right, with the whole Doge and the Federal Reserve and shit, I don't see them trying to save this. They're trying to move toward cryptocurrencies and shit. So part of that is the dollar's gonna have to fall, man. All right, people aren't really fucking with Trump like that. They about to go to war with Iran. All right, China's about to go to war with Taiwan, and just looking from a spiritual eye. All right, where we are in prophecy, man. Hey, this could be, all right, the end of the stock market, man. All right, we can see it tomorrow. We can see it. All right, at least the beginning of it. These aren't no small numbers, man. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. These are not small numbers. These are billions and trillions of dollars. All right, they say the S&P 500 alone is expected to lose about $2.5 trillion tomorrow. Okay, these are people's livelihoods. All right, these are the well-to-do. All right, so all the people that are in the know, they probably already got out the market last week, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, whenever. All right, everybody else is about to have their wealth stripped from them. All right, and hey, more than likely they're gonna let that shit fall. All right, you can see the Russell, which that's not here, down 5%. You know, you see gold going up because, you know, these silver is actually down, but it's up to $34 an ounce. All right, gold is at almost $3,200 an ounce. All right. So these tariffs, he did it, you know, so-called Liberation Day. And, you know, we're going to see, Lord willing, the stock market crash tomorrow. All right, Lord willing. So let's go ahead and grab this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember not thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Hey, all of these different companies that are laying people off by the hundreds and thousands, all right, all of these different companies are closing hundreds of stores. All right, I shared in the chat yesterday, there's like 10 or 11 big stores that are closing, you know, 200, 300, 400 locations, or all of their locations, man. All right, retail apocalypse. You know, this is what this is going into. We are in the time that the Lord is bringing down America, Babylon the Great. All right, we are in the time. There is no doubt about it. All right, we don't have another 5 years here, man. We don't. All right, they think they're gonna bring manufacturing back over here. No. All right, America's done. All right, Jeremiah 51. You know, goes into it. You know, Babylon cannot be healed. All right, the Lord is about to send this bitch on out the door. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. All right, the economy is slowing down. All right, that's what a recession is a slowdown. But we're about to enter into a depression. All right, with the price of everything. They said the average price of vehicles at midnight are about to go up $15,000 based on the fucking tariffs alone, man. And people can barely afford these vehicles to begin with. People can barely afford, you know, shit to begin with. So, hey, what happens when people lose everything? All right, or when people have nothing to lose, they lose it. All right, no coincidence that they have these protests that are supposed to go down this weekend, and they're supposed to protest Trump. If the stock market crashes and the economy crashes within this week, all right, people gonna be turning up this weekend. All right, and Trump is also, all right, it's rumored for him to invoke this insurrection act, which would be declaring martial law, a suspension of the Constitution. All right, they're talking about by April 20th. So we'll see. All right, we in the Lord's timing. We on the Lord's timing, but, you know, just my spiritual foresight, man. All right, this shit got to fall at some point. It's got to drop. They're going to let the bottom fall out this bitch. All right, I perceive through the Spirit. I could absolutely be wrong. I speak as a man, but the Lord has blessed me. You know, I've been studying the stock market for years, even before I was in the truth. You know, that was my specialty. And I knew that it was going to be, it was going to fall again, you know. But this time there will be no recovery. They're going to introduce a new system. It's time, you know. And it's because World War III, all right, hey, that shit's about to pop off. But we know the MOTB has to come to pass, you know. And in order for the MOTB to come to pass, this system has to be taken out. And a new system has to be introduced, all right, from the ashes. All right. So I just want to share this news, man. All right. Hey, you know, we about to be celebrating, man. Hey, the stock value of the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are about to go through the roof. Going through the roof as we speak, man. All right. We're going to continue to praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord has heard, you know, the cries and the affliction of the righteous, man. He's heard our cries. He's heard our affliction. And now he's about to smite Babylon. He's about to smite Egypt again with plagues as before and destroy all the land thereof. All right, we in the time, Akim. All right, so stay strong, stay prayed up. All right, the time is short, man. Salvation is nearer than when we believe. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Kakradash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till the next time, Shalom.